We're going to close out this week's different chapter one, focusing in on the remainder of our issues in supply chain management. A big deal out there is the distribution of the network configuration. How should you choose warehouse locations and capacities? Should you sit down and shrink the number of warehouses and then have things stocked in a better way for more efficiency to track them better? Or are you better off having rapid delivery by having smaller warehouses and distribution? Those are all issues about minimizing total production, inventory, and transportation costs, all the whole same time where you're trying to make certain you have good, solid service levels and the distribution channel. It's a big thing. What is an optimal inventory? And then can you keep things on shelf for a long period of time? Do you want to? Sometimes a short turnover is a matter of keeping things fresh and also making more money. So sometimes shrinking your inventory is a smarter move than stocking too much of it if so much is sitting on the shelf. Can demand uncertainty be reduced? Okay, can you sit down and have a solid advertising campaign on your off season? Every industry has ups and downs. Can you improve your downs to be ups in the process? So the flexibility is a big tool to gain a competitive advantage. Can you sit down on a ship to meet your customers' valuation, what they're looking for, and can you achieve that type of flexibility? What type of sourcing do you have? Can you sit down and grab sourcing from other places than your current place? Can you sit down and reduce overall manufacturing costs? What are your distribution strategies? What transportation methods can be used? Is drone delivery in your future as a company? So on supply contracts, you look on the chain, okay, each party of the chain focuses on its own profit. I was dealing with somebody, one of my students actually works in supply chain management, and she called me up. We're talking about, okay, she wants to distribute products in Germany, and they're distributing out of a factory that's located in Wisconsin. Well, the question was, first of all, can you sit down there and have a distributor create the same thing and license them to actually distribute that? Or is there anybody you can't trust because your product is so proprietary? So talk about different aspects like that. Start talking about different companies as to where they can sit down and have supply contracts. So basically, when you're looking at can I sit down and move my distribution operation to be closer to my customers, that can save you a lot of money and improve service all at the same time. Really, by the time you're done, supply chain contracts, they can optimize the entire supply chain performance if you pay attention to what you're doing and don't get stuck with the same old year after year. Designing and implementing the optimal chain is difficult. However, in today's markets, you really don't have any choice. Everybody wants service, they want it now, and they want to have a high quality product packaged spectacularly, delivered as quickly as possible with nothing broken in the process at a good price. Other than that, life is easy. So how do you achieve it successfully? Is outsourcing good for you? If you look at a company like Nike, Nike is one of the world's premier brands of shoes, athletic shoes primarily. They make some spectacular shoes. But wait, Nike doesn't make the shoes. Nike designs the shoes with some of the most brilliant designers on planet Earth. They have a spectacular marketing program, but they outsource everything. They offshore it to other countries. If you recall, several years back, Bangladesh had two buildings collapse in the same year, killed thousands of people. Nike was there. Okay, they tried not to tell you that, but they've changed things. But the reality is a lot of their manufacturing is outsourced in another country or offshoring. So that being said, does it make sense to move facilities? Okay, what does it do? To the Far East, the answer is yes or no. Product design, sometimes there's several different roles in it. I have a problem with door locks at this time. So it's a matter of I have to deal with China, I have to call and everything else in the process, and then I have to talk to them. I have a communication barrier. Sometimes it depends who's on duty there at the other end. And then you have the big time differences. So something as simple as ordering locks could be a challenge on the product design. And frankly, it'd be nice if they had good locks. The doors are spectacular, locks, not so much. That design is actually a frustration, and it keeps me from recommending them to other people that want the same type of product. So that being said, and we look at some data, the technology can actually be really critical as to how you move things and how you talk and communicate to your clientele. Customer value is a big thing. This measure supersedes everything about quality, customer satisfaction. How do you measure customer value? What about smart pricing? Sometimes you apply a variation of revenue management that can improve the overall performance. If you get it here by this time, then maybe it's over here in the process. How can this be done? Sustainability. That's a big marketing tool nowadays. Are you delivering goods quickly and not using a lot of transportation costs? There's a big booming market out there where people are taking shipping containers, turning them into growing chambers, and actually have plants that never touch dirt. The roots, if you notice, if you go into especially stores like Costco, you'll see balls of roots in the bottom of butter lettuce. Well, the reason there's balls of roots, that's still a living plant, and it's been grown inside a glass tube with water in it inside of a grow chamber. And literally, that grow chamber can be a mile from the store. And talk about simple transportation costs, you literally can have a local market transporting goods 1 to 5 miles away with almost no gas usage, no energy usage for transportation. It's simplistic and processed, and you have super fresh stuff that tastes good instantly in the process. That's sustainability and is very appealing to an awful lot of customers. So we talked about the aspect of strategic partnerships, smart pricing, outsource, offshore, flexibility. Other than that, what's the big deal? Pretty easy, isn't it? We'll see. Take care.